Imagine stepping outside and feeling the air so cold that your breath turns to ice, or walking through a desert where the sun burns down, and there's almost no water in sight. For humans, surviving in these extreme conditions would be nearly impossible. But for animals, this is just part of life. All over the world, animals have developed amazing ways to survive in the toughest places. Whether it's the freezing Arctic, the blazing deserts, the high mountains, or the dense rainforests, nature always finds a way. But how exactly do they do it? Let's take a closer look. Let's start with one of the most unforgiving places on Earth, the frozen poles. The Arctic and Antarctic are some of the coldest places on Earth. With freezing temperatures and strong winds, survival here is a real challenge. Take the polar bear, one of the Arctic's toughest survivors. It has thick fur and a layer of fat to keep warm, even in the harshest winters. But here's something interesting. Its skin is actually black underneath all that white fur. This helps it absorb heat from the sun, keeping it warm. Another expert in cold survival is the Arctic fox. Its fur isn't just for warmth, it also acts as camouflage. In winter, it turns white to blend in with the snow. When summer comes, it changes to brown, matching the ground and helping it stay hidden. And then there's the emperor penguin, a bird that has learned to survive Antarctica's brutal winters. When temperatures drop, penguins gather together in groups, sharing body heat. They take turns standing on the icy ground so no one gets too cold for too long. But while some animals fight against the cold, others battle extreme heat. Deserts are some of the harshest environments on Earth. With scorching days, freezing nights, and almost no water, animals here have to be smart to survive. The camel, often called the ship of the desert, is built for these tough conditions. It can go weeks without drinking water because its humps store fat, which it uses for energy. Even its long eyelashes and nostrils help. It keeps sand out during dust storms. Then there's the fennec fox, a tiny animal with giant ears. These ears aren't just for hearing, they help release heat, keeping the fox cool in the burning sun. Its light-colored fur also reflects sunlight, stopping it from overheating. One of the most unique desert survivors is the thorny devil lizard. It has an amazing way to collect water. It absorbs moisture through its skin. Tiny grooves on its body pull water towards its mouth, allowing it to drink just from morning dew. But what happens when the challenge isn't heat or cold, but thin air and steep mountains? Up in the mountains, the air is thin and temperatures drop quickly. Yet some animals thrive in these conditions. The snow leopard is a perfect example. Its thick fur keeps it warm, and its long tail helps it balance on steep, rocky cliffs. It even wraps its tail around its body like a scarf when resting. Another high-altitude expert is the Tibetan yak. It has large lungs and extra red blood cells, which help it breathe in thin mountain air. These animals are also incredibly strong, making them important for people living in high-altitude areas. But the most impressive high-altitude traveler is the bar-headed goose. While most birds struggle to fly at high elevations, this goose can soar over the Himalayas. It has a unique way of using oxygen, allowing it to fly thousands of feet above sea level without getting tired. But not all survival depends on extreme landscapes. Sometimes it's about dealing with competition and hidden dangers. Rainforests may seem like perfect places to live, but they are actually full of challenges. With predators everywhere and food sometimes hard to find, animals here must be well adapted. The sloth has a unique survival trick. It moves very slowly. While this might seem like a weakness, it actually helps the sloth blend into the trees, making it harder for predators to spot. On the other hand, the poison dart frog does the opposite. Instead of hiding, it warns enemies with bright colors that say, "Stay away." These small frogs are extremely poisonous, and their bright skin lets predators know that eating them would be a mistake. Then there's the harpy eagle, one of the rainforest's top predators. With its powerful talons, it can grab prey as big as monkeys right from the trees. And the gecko? It can climb almost anything, thanks to tiny, sticky pads on its feet. This helps it escape danger and find food high up in the trees. But some animals don't just adapt to one environment. They change their survival strategies depending on the season. For some animals, the biggest challenge isn't the environment itself, but the changing seasons. They have to adjust their behavior to survive. Take the Arctic caribou, for example. Every year, it travels thousands of miles to find food. This is one of the longest migrations of any land animal, helping them survive in an ever-changing landscape. Meanwhile, the brown bear avoids the cold in a different way. It goes into hibernation. During winter, it slows down its body functions and survives for months without eating, sleeping through the harsh season. And then there's the red fox, an animal that stays active all year round. In the summer, it hunts small animals, but in winter, when prey is harder to find, it eats more plants and berries instead. By adjusting its diet, it ensures survival, no matter the season. The world is changing, and so are the homes of these incredible animals. How are they adapting or struggling to survive? Find out in our next video how climate change is affecting animal habitats. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.